so hard, hustle never stopped, but the system kept blocking every move to the top. Didn't know my credit score was holding me back. Didn't know the game till some.
What if I told you that you could be making every single payment on time and your credit score could still be lower than it should be? One of the biggest mistakes I see has nothing to do with missing payments. It has everything to do with how much of your available credit you're using. Today, we're going to talk about credit utilization, one of the fastest ways someone can improve their credit profile. Welcome back to the Credit Educator, where school is always in session and every lesson gets you one step closer to financial freedom. In today's lesson, you'll learn what credit utilization actually is, why lenders pay so much attention to it, the biggest mistakes people make with their credit cards, what percentage lenders like to see, and one simple habit that can help manage your utilization more effectively. So let's get started. Let's start with a simple question. If someone gave you a credit card worth $10,000 with a limit of $10,000, would it be a great idea to max it out? Most people would say no. But what if you only charge $4,000 or $2,000? Or how about just $500? At what point does it become too much? That's exactly what credit utilization measures. Credit utilization is simply the percentage of your available revolving credit that you're currently using. Notice I said revolving credit. This generally refers to things like credit cards, lines of credit, but not installment loans like cars and mortgages. Let's make it easy. Imagine you had one credit card with a $1,000 limit. If your balance is $100, you're using 10% of your available credit. If your balance is $500, you're using 50% of your available credit. And if your balance is $900, you're using 90% of your available credit. See how simple that is? Now, here's why it matters. When lenders look at your credit report, they're trying to answer one important question. Is this person relying too heavily on borrowed money? Someone consistently using most of their available credit may appear to be under financial pressure. Someone using only a small portion of their available credit may appear to be managing it more comfortably. Think about it like this. Imagine two people, both make $5,000 a month. One person spends nearly every dollar before the next paycheck arrives. The other spends only what they need and keeps money available for emergencies. Who seems more financially stronger? Probably the second person, but not necessarily true, but probably the second person. Credit utilization tells a similar story. It's not about whether you can make the minimum payment, it's about how much of your available credit, that revolving credit, you're relying on. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest myths. People often tell me, Coach T, I pay my credit cards off every month, so I'm good. Maybe, maybe not. Here's why. Your credit card company reports information to the credit bureaus on a specific date. That reporting date isn't always the payment due date. So it's possible you pay your balance in full every month and still have a higher balance reported depending on when the information was sent. That's one reason why understanding your credit is just as important as using it. Here's another question I hear all the time. What percentage should my utilization be? Good question. In general, lower is usually viewed more favorable than higher. Many people aim to keep their utilization below 30%, while others who are working toward maximizing their credit profile often try to keep it a little lower. The important thing isn't chasing the perfect number. It's understanding that the more available credit you preserve, the healthier your profile may appear to lenders. Another mistake I see is people thinking they should close a credit card once it is paid off. Never do that. Sometimes that can actually reduce your total available credit, which increases your utilization percentage. That's why every credit decision should be based on your individual situation, not something you heard in a social media video. Remember, credit is not one size fits all. What works for one person may not be the best strategy for another person. That's why understanding your complete profile is so important before making big decisions. If you remember one thing from today's lesson, let it be this. Credit utilization isn't about how much debt you have, it's about the available credit you're using. The less of your available revolving credit that you're relying on, the stronger your profile appears. Understanding this one concept can help you make smarter decisions every time you use your credit card. For today's homework, grab your credit card statements or log onto your credit monitoring account. For each credit card, write down your credit limit, your current balance, the percentage of your available credit you're using. You don't have to change anything today. You really don't. Just be aware of where you stand because you can't improve what you don't measure. If you're starting to realize that credit is much more than just paying your bills on time, you're absolutely right. Every credit profile tells a different story, and understanding yours is the first step towards being prepared for bigger financial goals like buying a house, qualifying for business funding, or simply creating more financial freedom. Inside the Credit Educator community, we go beyond the basics. We help you understand your unique credit profile while our team works alongside you through our done for you credit restoration process. You'll also gain access to financial education designed to help make smarter money decisions long after your credit journey is over. If you're ready to stop guessing and start learning with a purpose, click the link down in the description. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next class. In our next lesson, we're going to break down the length of your credit history and explain why your oldest account may be more valuable than you realize. Until then, remember school is always in session and every lesson gets you one step closer to financial freedom.
Been working so hard, hustle never stopped, but the system kept blocking every move to the top. Didn't know my credit score was holding me back. Didn't